Today we're taking a look at the Marshmallow edition of the Nvidia Shield. This update is rolling out right now. I'm going to post this video as soon as it becomes publicly available, and then you can go there and download it. Probably roll out batches, may take a day or two. I'll show you at the end of the video how to go manually check to see if you can get the update right away instead of waiting for it to pop up in the recommendations tab. A lot of the update does a lot under the hood, but there's a lot you'll notice right off the bat. Number one is you get control over laying everything out. You can say, instead of having it be what app you use last, I can arrange it to have all my favorite apps be wherever I want them. Just by holding down the selection key on an app, I can move it around. Like the ones you install, you can go here and uninstall them quickly right through this menu too. The thing a lot of people complained about with Android TV in the past was the home screen recommendations not really being reflective of what they use or have done. It just whatever Google wanted to recommend you. Oh, now you can go in here and you can control what you want to see. You know, I'm not a big gamer on this. I'm mostly stream, so I'm going to turn that off. You know, I don't want music. I'm going to turn that off. You know, I want system updates, but I don't want YouTube videos. You know, that's just not something I want there. So great ability to control the home screen recommendations. If you go back to the home screen here, you can now access the power menu by holding down the back key on the home screen at any time. Allows you to put it to sleep, restart the system, and power off. Allow you not to go into the system settings to do that. So a lot more control over recommendations. They're going to slowly be adding more and more content here you can do. New games have come out. The Metal Gear, they just announced a partnership with Square Enix, the makers of Final Fantasy, to bring some of their games in, being rolled out here slowly. The Google Play Store has been completely redone. A couple of main features here is that it will now, on the Nvidia Shield, promote under feature apps and so forth, apps that are specifically designed for the Nvidia Shield. Of course, everything is here, you can dig down, but it's not going to be recommending apps to you that aren't really designed for an Android TV interface, which is nice. So you get the whole breakdown here. And then, of course, you got the categories, movies, top page. You know, it's all right here. Everything you would want to access is there, but it is nice to have them organize it to feature content specifically designed for your device, as opposed to whatever the latest Android phone app is most popular. So that's there. If you want to go into the system settings, go down to settings at the very bottom to check for updates. You go all the ways over to the far right of the top row, which is the device row, select about. Right here, the first one, will allow you to check for update. But I've been very happy with this. A couple other features on here that you can control now is if you're gaming, your game controller runs low on power, you can plug that into USB, wall jack instead of the device, and still use the game controller, the headphone jack, the earbuds, all that stuff. Everything on the remote will still work even when you're charging it through a wall charger, so no need to stop gaming. Different performances they add additional support for surround sound systems, additional support for different APIs to allow developers to get more control over the system. Really a ton of little tweaks under the hood that you may not notice. Go to cordcuttersnews.com to see the full story on this. We'll break down all those. I'll have a link to it in the show notes on YouTube if you're watching this there. But if you've been thinking about a Shield and you kind of haven't, pulled the trigger yet, you may want to give it a second look. It's smoother, it's better, it's more personalizable, more control, and more apps. Just really feels smoother, kind of just a more refined feel to it overall. So check it out. If you have any questions or comments, leave them. We'll do our best to answer them as quickly as we can, to the best of our knowledge. If you like this video, please subscribe or visit us at cordcuttersnews.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. Just search for Cord Cutters News.